Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be success in life and relationships is a never-ending process. Well, I've got an email success story update from a viewer who's been following me for about 12 years. And I answered a previous email of his in the video newsletter I did a while back called The Balanced, Centered, and Successful Man. And so he goes through and explains how my work, especially 3% Man, helped him to save his marriage and how it's helped him, and I would imagine probably mastering yourself and the other things he's learned, because he's been an avid student for a long time, has helped him to excel in his career. And he's also teaching the things he's learned from me to his kids. So for those of you that are struggling or having a hard time, or maybe just today's just one of those difficult days that you're just thinking, man, I wish I could be somebody else today. It just goes to show that there is light at the end of the tunnel. You got to put your head down. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep moving forward, even when you don't feel like it. Because success is a process. So commit to the process of improving yourself and improving your life and trying to get a little better each and every day and just be consistent over time. Like Jocko Willink says, I love the phrase, discipline equals freedom. Because it's true. You have to discipline yourself in every aspect of your life that's important to you, even when you don't feel like it. You got to take action to move yourself forward, even if it's incrementally. And success is making progress after all. And if you feel like you're making progress in your life, if you see things slowly changing for the better, that's what's going to make you feel happy and fulfilled. You feel like, man, I'm finally getting somewhere. It's slow, but in a few years' time or another decade or so, things are going to really be awesome. Because all great things take time. So let's go through his email. He says, hey, Corey, I'm sure this email finds you doing well. Well, yes, thank you. He says, I just wanted to send an update on the continual success I'm having since coming across your work. I started to follow you in 2011 and still do to this day, 12 years and counting. Well, you know what? I really appreciate you sticking around all of this time. He says, you even used one of my emails in a video titled The Balanced, Centered, and Successful Man. And we also did some coaching, which was most helpful. Since we last spoke, more amazing things have happened and continue to happen, much of which is a result from feeding on what you teach. I have moved into a very senior level leadership position with an international company that allows me to keep living my purpose each day. It pays me a lot to do what I love and what I would even do for free. I can't remember who it was. They said, find a job or choose a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. And it kind of goes to something that, who was the name of the guy that just died? It was the founder of Marvel Comics. He said, when you work at something you love and you enjoy and it's fun, he says work is like playing. It doesn't seem like work. It was so true. I can't think of the guy's name. It was right on the tip of my tongue. I'm sure you guys can post it in the comments. I've used this quote before. It's just, hey, it's early morning. He says, I also moved heavily into investing as a side gig, and I'm doing great there as well, even helping others as a way to give back. These simply emphasize what can happen when you live from your mission and purpose. My marriage, which you helped to save, has just hit the 25-year mark. Damn, that's a long time. Congratulations, dude. And I also use your content to educate my kids, ages 18 and 19, one boy and one girl, on the relationship dynamics and success principles you teach. I have also integrated many of these same principles into the work I do and see significant results for others in addition to the ones I am getting. My health, fitness, spirituality, and social life are also great, and I am thriving at all levels, going higher and higher. The sky's the limit, as they say. Despite this success, I want to pass on to your listeners that self-development and mastering your content is a never-ending process. Yeah, it's like no matter how big that mountain is, when you climb it and you get to the top, you realize, damn, there's an even bigger mountain off in the distance. Because I remember, and if, for those of you that have read Mastering Yourself, is that when I was like 31, 32 years old, I literally was living the life that I had dreamed of from the time I was 17, 18 years old. And when I got to that point in my life, I was 31, 32, I literally had everything that I ever wanted. And part of me was like, is this it? Is this all there is? And it's like, it's in that space of emptiness that a new desire pops up. Or you see, wow, there's actually a bigger mountain off in the distance there. I think I'm going to go climb that. And you come up with new things, new goals, new things you want to conquer and overcome or become. He says, I still read your book, and I'm on copy number 4 as I keep wearing them out. And I listen to your videos every day, and I download them onto my phone so I can grab them in the car, working out, in the airport, etc. See, this is a committed student. And I say this all the time. I constantly, when I'm doing phone sessions with guys, I say the same thing. How many times you read the book? You've been following me 5 years. How many times you read the book? Well, I went through it 2 or 3 times a few years ago. I was like, and you wonder why you struggle. And like you see this guy here, he's constantly going back and reading the book. You know, it's just like the analogy I use like with Tom Brady. When the NFL season starts, he's going through the playbook, going through the plays. Even though a lot of the plays he's been running them for 20 years, he's still going through, he's still studying, trying to get better. Because you constantly got new people, new players, trying to pit your players' strengths against the other team's weaknesses. So it requires constant attention, constant effort, because if you don't, you're going to get your ass kicked, basically. He says, I don't feel like this is on your content alone, as I follow different people depending on the area, their areas of expertise, but you are in there with the greats. He says the point is that the learning never stops, and if anyone is serious, they must immerse themselves in the information. Yeah, you got to be a lifelong student, and you should always be learning from other people. I'm constantly learning myself. Like we just did a podcast recently with John Dufresne of KineticConsulting.net, and even though John is one of the best shooters and trainers with pistol and rifle in the whole southeastern United States, he was telling us in the podcast he's taken something like 18 different classes from different instructors just in the past year alone. So it's not like he's like, hey, I'm the best, that's it, let me stop there. He exposed himself to other people. He says, once in a while it just doesn't cut it. It must be part of your lifestyle. Value yourself enough to give up who you are today for who you want to become tomorrow. It's a crock-pot process and not a microwave. Yeah, microwave's quick and dirty. The crock-pot, you gotta let things sit for a while. Crock-pots make great chili, by the way, for those of you that like chili. Each day, I look forward to, and it's a great date idea as well. Each day, I look forward to whatever new info you come out with and find new truths and ways to apply them all the time. I also refer you and your work to others often in hopes they will grab this wisdom. As I said before, thanks for who you are and all you do. I will keep sending updates as they come. And anyone who may read or see this, I strongly urge you to follow Corey's game plan as it works. And this is coming from someone who used it to rise from the ashes to higher levels than he thought possible, and who keeps rising higher. Thanks again, Corey. Keep killing it. Well, thanks for that particular most recent update. 12 years, that's a long time to follow somebody. But I think it's great. I appreciate it. It's like somebody like Tony Robbins. I still check in with him. I still see what he's up to, what new things he's teaching, what things he's learned, because he's a voracious reader and learner, and that's one of the things I admire about him. Is he didn't stop once he learned all the stuff he learned when he was 18, 20 years old. It's constant refinement, constant improvement, constant trying to get better. And that's why the videos like this, coupled with the books, are it's constant updating. You constantly got people in the real world applying these things, getting experiences, getting successes, having failures, and we get all that feedback that obviously I could share through you with these videos over time. So if you got a question or a challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.